So just check this out.
What's the most you've done for a man that wasn't your man? Bought him skincare products that cleared his acne. He found his confidence and left me. Swindled, bruv. What's the most you've done for a man that wasn't your man? Bought him skincare products that cleared his acne. He found his confidence and left. Swindled, bruv.
Goo goo, it's Baby Ed Sheeran strumming lullabies and babbling beats. Welcome to Tiny Tunes with Baby Ed.
Wow, another baby podcast. It's Baby Joe Rogan, drooling truth bombs between naps and diaper changes.
Welcome to Tiny Takes, because clearly the world needs podcast opinions from someone who still thinks socks are snacks.
Now, the baby podcast video you guys just watched, right? I actually made everything by myself from scratch with literally no experience within a matter of, I would say, minutes. That said, here's how you can make one by yourself at home. So simply just open a new tab, right, and search tiktok.com and just go ahead and come to the search bar right here and literally search podcast. A lot of podcast videos are actually going to pop up, and just look through it and pick any one you want to use. So let's say for the purposes of today's video, I'm going to be using this particular podcast right here. So all you need to do is just click on the podcast video just like this, right? Now what you're going to do is this. You're going to come to your keyboard and you're going to click on Windows plus Shift plus S. It is going to activate this you are seeing on the screen right here to take a screenshot of the podcaster. Now here's the thing. If the podcasters, whatever you want to call them, are actually two, you're going to take two separate screenshots of each and every single one of them. So let me just go ahead and play to see if they were two or it's just one person. Okay, so as you can see right here, actually two people in this podcast video here. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on Windows plus Shift plus S and just take a screenshot of the podcaster right here. So now we have two screenshots of the podcasters, whatever I want to call them. I'm going to call them podcasters. We have two screenshots. This is going to help us generate the character, that is the baby. So I'm going to divide this video into three main sections. The first section is going to be what we are working on right here, which is the character development. The second section is going to be the audio development, and the third section is actually going to be the bringing everything together section. Let's just call it that. So let's move on with the first step. After taking the screenshots, right, what you want to do is just come to the section right here where I'm moving the mouse pointer and copy the link of the video. Now what you want to do is this. Go on ahead, right, after copying the link, open a new tab and literally just search TikTok video downloader. A lot of platforms are actually going to pop up which will help you download the TikTok video onto your device. So simply just click on one and use. So I'm going to be using this very one right here. Click on it and just paste the link in here. Don't worry, all the interface for these kind of platforms are the same, so simply just use the one you want to use and go on ahead and click on download. So here's one thing you should keep in mind when downloading the video onto your device. When you try the first TikTok video downloader and it doesn't work, simply just move on to the next one. If it doesn't work, keep on moving on to the next one. I believe you understand. Now while you are on this interface, right, after clicking on download, simply just click on without watermark and it's going to be downloaded onto your device, and out of pop-up just click on close, and as you can see, it has been downloaded onto my device. Now let's move on to the next part of the first section, which is the character development. So what you're going to do next is to simply open a new tab and just search chatgpt.com and just create an account there. Now what you want to do next is to just enter this exact prompt in here. That is, do you know these people? If yes, give me a descriptive prompt to help me generate a similar image of them. Now after entering this prompt here, right, what you're going to do is you are going to upload the two screenshots we took earlier on. That is, you're going to click this section right here which says add photos and files. Click on it and just click on add files, and it is going to take you to this interface and just look for where you saved that particular file. This is the first one, and let's upload the next one. So you should have something that looks like this. You're going to have two screenshots at the top and the prompt at the very bottom. Now the number of screenshots is going to vary depending on the number of podcasters in a particular podcast video you want to change. So if there were 3, you're going to have 3 screenshots right here. Now simply just click on this arrow right next to it. So what it is going to do is it is going to give us a descriptive prompt of these 2 individuals right here. So as you can see, it has given us the prompt of the image 1 and image 2, which is going to help us generate the images. So what we're going to do is we are going to pick one, and let me just pick this particular one right here. Now what you want to do is to just come to the description section and just enter this exact prompt in there. That is, now rewrite the prompts I will provide to help me generate a 2-year-old baby version of it or of them. Make sure he is in a cozy podcast setup or studio with headphones on his ears and a microphone on a table in front of him. Make it a close-up shot. Obviously, you can go on ahead and alter this prompt any way you want. Now, this particular prompt here is going to help us alter the prompt ChatGPT just generated into a baby version of it. So what you want to do is just go upright and let's just copy the image 1, which is going to be for the darker skin guy, as you can see right here. Copy it like this and just come to the prompt section, which is the description box, and just paste it in here. That is right after make it a close-up shot, and just click this arrow right next to it. Now as you can see, it is done giving us the 2 years version of the prompt we entered earlier on. That is for image 1. Now let's move on to image 2. So with image 2, you are simply just going to enter the exact prompt in here. That is the now rewrite the prompt and so on, and simply just go on ahead and scroll back up right to image 2 and simply copy it just like this. Come back to the description box section and just paste it in here just like this, and just click on this arrow right next to it. So the prompt we just entered right here is going to help us generate the baby version of the second image. What we are going to do is this: we are simply just going to scroll up right and go to image 1, that is for the baby version, and just copy it like this right, and come to this particular platform right here, which is Meta AI. So what we're going to do is we are going to generate the image based on the prompt ChatGPT gave to us. So simply just come to Meta AI, right? It is an AI platform that is actually going to help you generate the images. Now, if you are new to this platform, just search Meta AI, create an account there. But when creating your account, right, keep in mind you would need to log in with your Facebook account. Now what you want to do is, after logging into your account, right, just come to the prompt section and enter this exact prompt in there. That is the prompt for the first image. Go on ahead and just click on the arrow right next to it. Now as you can see right here, it has given us the baby version, but the only problem here is it has given it to us in a 1:1 aspect ratio. That is not what we want. We want a 9:16 aspect ratio, which is the TikTok format and Instagram format. So simply just come to this section right here where I'm hovering the mouse pointer right, click on it. This is going to pop up and select 9:16 and just click on generate again, and this time around it is going to give you the TikTok version of it. And as you can see right here, it has given us the TikTok version of it. Now if we take a closer look at the first screenshot we took, right, he was holding the phone and reading something from the phone. So if you want your baby to also hold a phone, to also read something from the phone, right, just like what you saw in a particular video, simply just copy the first image prompt, which is for the first image, and just go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, alter this prompt in a way that the baby would hold a phone. Just that, and simply paste your prompt in there and click on the arrow right next to it. It is going to alter the prompt and change it to suit your needs. Now what you're going to do is this: after it is done generating the images for you, right, and everything is okay, what you want to do is just look through it to see the one you want to use. So let's say I want to use this very one right here. Simply just hover over it and just click on the download icon right here, and as you can see, it has been downloaded onto my device. What you want to do is go back to ChatGPT, move on to the second image prompt, that is for the baby version, copy it like this, go back to Meta AI and just highlight whatever is in the prompt section, delete it, and just paste the second image prompt in here and click on generate. So as you can see right here, it is done generating the images for us. So let's just say these sets of images it generated, I really don't like it. Just click on regenerate right here. It is going to regenerate a different set for you. So let's say this set it has provided, right, I actually really like it. I'll simply have to just look through it, pick whatever one I want to use. Let's say I want to use this one right here. Move over it and just click on a download icon to download it onto your device. So let's move on to the next section, not the next part. Now the next section in regards to the audio generation section. Now regarding the audio generation section, right, what you're going to do is this. We are going to use a platform called CapCut. So simply just download CapCut onto your device and launch it, as you can see right here. Now after launching it, right, simply just come to this section where I'm moving the mouse pointer and click on import right here. This is going to pop up and just import the TikTok video you downloaded earlier on and simply just drag it to the timeline, as you can see right here. Now what you're going to do next is this. You are going to actually have to watch the video, right? And you are going to cut each section a different podcaster pops up. So in my case, there are only 2 podcasters on the screen. That is how I say I'm going to call them. So let's just say since mine are only 2 podcasters, I'm just going to look through it, right, and see where the other podcaster popped up. Let me just look through it just like this. It popped up around this section right here. And what you want to do is just click on B on your keyboard, right, and just cut this section right here. Now what you're going to do next is this. You are going to have to make sure this icon right here that I'm hovering over, right, is deactivated. I repeat, make sure it is deactivated. Why? Check this out. If I deactivate it, right, if I click on this, that is the section where a different podcaster popped up, and just drag it to this section right here, as you can see, it has not joined back. But if I activate it, just watch closely. As you can see, I can't drag it anymore. Now when cutting the section where the other podcaster is going to pop up, right, what you're going to do is this. Let's say this is the other podcaster, which he obviously is. You're going to click on it and you're going to drag it to the very top. So the first podcasters section are all going to be at the very bottom and the second one is going to be at the top. In order to do that, when you cut it, right, let me just use something as an example to show you real quick. Let's say this section I'm about to cut, right, this is the first podcaster, the one I have selected. Let me move on and cut a different one. And this is the second podcaster, which is the one I have selected. We are just assuming. What you want to do is you are going to drag it to the top just like this. I believe you understand. So the first podcaster section is going to be at the bottom and the second podcaster section is going to be at the top. Now what you're going to do is you are going to highlight every single one of them just like this, right, and you're going to right click and click on extract audio. So the audio is going to be separated from it. Now what you're going to do is you are going to click on the backspace to delete. Just a second. There you go. Now you can see it clearly. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the backspace to delete the actual footage because the audio is what we need, and simply just click on backspace to delete it. So you should have something just like this. Now with the audio, right, what it did was it brought the second podcaster's audio to the very bottom and the first podcaster's audio to the very top. Now what you're going to do next is simply just export it onto your device. So we are going to have to export image 1 or podcaster 1's audio first. How are you going to do it? You are simply just going to highlight podcasters 2 audio just like this, right, and just click on backspace to delete it. After doing that, don't close any gap that pops up. Listen, don't close any gaps that pops up. Just go on ahead and click on export right here. This is going to pop up, and rather than selecting video file, come to the very bottom and select audio file and just deactivate the video file and simply export it onto your device just like this. And as you can see, it has been exported. Now click on OK. It is going to pop up just like this, and click on this undo icon right here. As you can see, podcasters 2 audio has now popped up. Now what you want to do is just come to the very top right, highlight podcasters 1's audio and just click on backspace to delete it. And just like the first one, don't fill up any gaps that come in between the audios. Leave them as they are. As you can see, this is podcasters 2 audio and there are lots of gaps in between them. I repeat, leave them as they are and simply export it onto your device. Now in order to do that, just click on export, and what you want to do is make sure the audio section has been selected. Now one thing I forgot to mention is this: when exporting the video, right, that is the audio, which is the MP3 file, always make sure to number them. So since this is for podcaster 2, you are going to actually have to name it podcaster 2 at the very top section right here. Now for the first one we exported earlier on, also name that one as podcaster 1. I repeat, podcaster 1 for the first audio and podcaster 2 for the second audio, and just click on export just like this. Now let's move on to the last section of the video, and that is bringing everything to life, or simply putting everything together. Now for this section, the platform we are going to use is hedra.com. So this is also another AI tool which changes your images into video and automatically lip syncs whatever audio you add to it. Now this platform obviously has a paid version and a free version. The free version obviously comes with its limitations, but don't worry, try it out. If it works for you and you think this method of making money online is something you want to, stick to and go hardcore in, all you have to do is just go in for the paid version and you are good to go. Now after creating your account on this platform, right, what you want to do is this. Come to this section right here which says start frame. Click on it, right, and just click on upload image. Now what you want to do is make sure to upload the first image we generated, that is for the first podcaster. And as you can see right here, I have uploaded it. What you want to do is come to this section which says audio script, click on it and click on upload audio. What you want to do is upload the audio you exported from CapCut just like this right here. So simply just click on add to audio just like this, and what you simply have to do next is just prompt your character with emotion. So basically just tell it what you want it to do and just click on this arrow right next to it. But obviously since I'm using the free version, it has some limitations. So let me just go ahead and use one of the old ones that I generated earlier on as an example to show you how you are going to download it onto your device. Trust me, right after clicking the arrow right next to it, right, all you have to do is just wait a few minutes and it's actually going to generate it for you. Now as you can see right here, these are the ones I generated earlier on. So simply just click on it, right. This is what you are going to see after it is done generating your video for you, and simply just click on this download icon right here and it's going to be downloaded onto your device. Now you're going to repeat this same step for the second image. You're going to upload the image, then you're going to upload its corresponding audio, which is podcaster 2. That is how we named ours. Afterwards, just go ahead and download it onto your device. Now let's move on to the last part of the last section, that is putting everything together. And again, we are going to be using CapCut for this section. Now if you don't know what CapCut is, it is basically a video editing platform. So come to import and import all the files you downloaded from Hedra right here. So you should have 2 files you should import. So you should have something just like this. Now what you want to do is to click on the first video and just drag it to the timeline just like this, right. Now the first video is going to be the first image we generated, which is going to be for the first podcaster. So after dragging it here, what you want to do is this. You want to go on ahead, right, and look at the audio carefully. If you take a closer look at it, right, as you can see, the audio ends somewhere around here, which are the gaps that I asked you guys earlier on not to delete. What you're going to do is this. You are going to drag the next video, which is for podcaster 2, and place it at the section where the audio ended for podcaster 1, just like this. So you have something just like this. So the moment podcaster 1 is done reading whatever he has to read, podcaster 2 just jumps in just like this, as you can see right here. Now all you need to do next is just cut them and match them up. So let's just say podcaster 2 ended right here. I'm just going to click on B to activate the blade icon. And since podcaster 2 ended his right here, I'm going to click on it like this, and podcaster 1 started his right here. So I should have something just like this, and always make sure this icon is deactivated. Now what you're going to do is you are going to click on it to select it and just click on backspace. Now what you want to do is go on ahead, right, and just cut the other section of the podcaster 2, that is for the section where he started speaking, and for podcaster 1 to the section where he ended his speech. What you're going to do is you're going to delete the podcaster 2 section and just drag podcaster 1 to this section right here, and just keep matching it up just like this. So you should have something that looks like this. You are basically going to cut all the sections where podcaster 1 wasn't speaking and you replace them with where podcaster 2 was speaking. But anyways, you should have something that looks like this. And just as I said earlier on, always make sure this icon right here is deactivated, and simply just click on export. And this time around, make sure to activate the video section right here by clicking on it and deactivating the audio. Don't worry, the audio is going to be exported as well, but not as a separate file, but as one file with the video. And just click on export and it is going to be exported onto your device. Now, since you stayed all the way to the end of this video, right, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to be giving you what I call an Easter egg. Let me just call it that way. The reason is the method we just used, right, is actually going to help you change other podcasters' video into a baby version. But what I'm about to show you next is actually going to help you generate an entire podcast baby version from scratch. That is, if you want to start your own TikTok page using a baby format, as you guys are seeing right here. In order to do that, the platform we are going to be using for this section is called Hagen. I repeat, Hagen. Honestly, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong. Now make sure you are on the home interface, and obviously this platform has a paid version and a free version. Now this platform makes everything much more easier. Let me just scroll up real quick. As you can see right here, it says Talking Baby Podcast. So just go ahead and click on Talking Baby Podcast. Now, as you can see right here, there are a lot of influential people in here. We have Elon Musk and a lot of famous people here. Point of correction, the baby version of these influential people. Now, as you can see, we have Joe Rogan, but the baby version of Joe Rogan, check this out. We have Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, a lot of people in here. So what you want to do is go on ahead and just select anyone you want to use. So simply just click on it, right? Let's say I want to use Ed Sheeran. When you click on it just like this, the next thing you need to do is just upload the audio you want it to speak or what you want it to say. Now, if you can't just upload an audio, right, what you want to do is, the since you are generating everything from scratch for your own TikTok page or YouTube channel, what you're going to do is you're going to actually have to use a script. Now the script, I would recommend you use ChatGPT. So after pasting your scripts in here, right, an option is going to pop up for you to click on to actually generate the video. You know what, let me just use some random scripts as an example. Let me just use this right here. Let's go to Hagen. Let me just paste it in there just like this. As you can see right here, it has popped up, and just click on generate video to generate the video. Now, I know majority of you might be saying, well, Steve, what if we don't want to use famous people, but we just want to generate our own unique character or baby? What you're going to do is you're going to go to ChatGPT, right, and enter this exact prompt in there. Give me a prompt to generate an image of a 2-year-old baby wearing a headset in a cozy podcast studio with a microphone on a table in front of him. Make it a close-up shot. Obviously, you can go on ahead and alter this prompt any way you want to suit your need, and simply just click this out right here. So as you can see right here, ChatGPT is done giving us the prompt. Simply go on ahead and select one. Normally 2 are not going to pop up, it's just going to be 1. So let me just use this very one right here. Then you're going to go to Meta AI to generate your image. Delete whatever prompt you had in there earlier on and just paste it in there, and make sure the aspect ratio is 9:16, and just click on generate. Now as you can see, after entering the prompt, these are the images it generated for us. So all you have to do is just look through it, right, and download whatever one you want to use. So let's say I want to use this very one right here. I'll just have to hover over it and click on download. Now after getting the image for your page, right, or for your video, what you want to do is come to Hagen, go on ahead and just click on it right here. This is going to pop up, and simply click on upload photo and go on ahead and upload the baby you want to use just like this, and enter the script you want it to say or whatever you want it to say. So let me just go on ahead and enter something totally random in here. What you are going to do is this. You are going to come to this section right here which says select voice. Since this is not a pre-made character or a specific character, right, they don't have their own dedicated voice. You have to select your own voice. So go on ahead and click on select voice right here. A plethora of voice templates are going to pop up, and simply just look through it, right, select whatever one you want to use. Let's say I want to use this one right here. Click on it, it is going to be selected, and just click on generate video right here, and it's going to generate the video with a baby right here for you. And trust me, the lip syncing is insane, and I mean insane.
Welcome to Tiny Takes, because clearly the world needs podcast opinions from someone who still thinks socks are snacks.
Goo goo, it's Baby Ed Sheeran strumming lullabies and babbling beats. Welcome to Tiny Tunes with Baby Ed.
Wow, another baby podcast. It's Baby Joe Rogan, drooling truth bombs between naps and diaper changes.
So if this is something you think you want to, make money from it or do for a very long time, what I highly recommend you do is go on ahead and test the free versions out. If you think it's okay for you, go on ahead and just get the paid versions of these platforms and you are good to go. See you in the next video. Peace.